The face of education is changing with a rapid speed that would have been unheard of even 10 years ago. Students, too, are changing. No longer able to sit through a lecture or read pages and pages of a textbook, students are now champion multitaskers. But between smartphones and Twitter, how can a traditional teacher compete? With all of these distractions, it has become imperative that we meet students where they are in this new digital age. Even more pressing is the technological shift in industry and higher education. More and more, as students move into life after high school, there is an expectation that they will know how to effectively use technology to research knowledge and create products that demonstrate that knowledge. Because of this, I believe it is essential that we teach these skills to our students now so that we don't end up putting them at a disadvantage later in life. However, a lot falls on teachers. We are expected to be content experts and effective classroom managers. To add master of technology is to put a heavy burden on a classroom teacher. This burden is made almost unbearable when training is haphazard or limited. At times, it can feel like teachers are left out in the wilderness to fend for themselves in this technological flood. But teachers are not alone. There is support within our community and our district. We must embrace an effective technology integration framework and a flexible attitude. By collaborating with our colleagues and others in the community, we can make change happen. And in doing so, we can prepare our students for their future, not for our past. Sometimes it's helpful to look at the big picture before trying to make the details work. The TPAC, Technological, Pedagogical, Content Knowledge Framework, gives teachers an outline on how to effectively integrate technology into their teaching. At the heart of this framework is the complex interplay of three forms of knowledge: content, pedagogy, and technology. For many years, it has been recognized that expert teachers are those who can bring together their deep knowledge of their subject matter with a profound understanding of how to teach students. This combination has been known as pedagogical content knowledge. But with the advent of computer technology, a third knowledge has come into play: an aptitude for technology use in the classroom. Expert teachers now are those who can bring together knowledge of subject matter, what is good for learning, and technology. Teaching mathematics to sixth graders requires different pedagogical uses of technology than teaching history in secondary school or literacy in early elementary grades. In each case, the expert teacher needs to make creative links between what is being learned, content, how it is taught, pedagogy, and the appropriate tools, technology. An effective TPAC teacher helps students gain 21st century skills that will benefit students in their futures. 21st century skills are those skills that students need to succeed in school, work, and life in the new global economy. With these skills, we give our students the education necessary to compete with students from around the world. In today's age, students must have personal and social responsibility. They must be effective planners, critical thinkers, able to reason, and be creative. Even more important, students must have strong communication skills and a cross-cultural understanding of the world. Decision-making is also essential, especially when it comes to knowing how to use technology and deciding what is the most appropriate tool for the task. Teachers armed with a thorough understanding of why technology needs to be integrated and what fundamental skills are important to emphasize with students can begin to build a community that fosters innovation in the classroom. This is different from changing for change's sake. By approaching technology integration in a more holistic way, a change occurs in the student-teacher relationship. Students take responsibility for the learning process, and teachers become facilitators and mentors. Technology has altered the very fabric of society. Our students have never known a world without the internet, and the students are only growing more technologically literate with each passing year. Let's take a look at the numbers. 20% of third graders own cell phones, while 83% of middle school students have one. If we don't stop and address our traditional teaching styles now, we will be hopelessly behind when those third graders reach high school. It's time to stop reinventing the wheel and start focusing on the car. Let's embrace the hybrid.